welcome to this class on the structuring of an alternative frame. So far we have seen classical CSR as the corporation engaging on activities in favor of the environment, activities in favor of the social environment around the corporation itself. We have seen criticism of this concept. We have seen a reconciliation, a possible reconciliation by the concept of shared value. But at this time, we have our own opinion because we have reading and rereading our citizenship report and our annual report. So we have formed an opinion on what we like in them and what we don't like, what we would like them to be. Okay? So at this point, we are ready to provide and put together tools of our own, a process framework that helps us look at CSR and CSR reporting and annual reports and corporate reporting and corporate activity all together. It's a four-sided framework, and we have four values we will work on. The unknown stakeholder, the value of disclosure, the value of implementation, the value of microethics. Today, we will clarify what we mean by the value of the unknown stakeholder. The other values we will talk about in the classes that come. Here is a picture of a monument to the unknown soldier. And like the unknown soldier, there are limits to stakeholdership because there are times when stakeholders are not vocal, as we saw in the picture in our second class. Stakeholders may be negatively affected, but not so much that they go beyond the threshold of acting on their self-interest, but still they might be negatively affected. So I think we have to respect also those stakeholders. And that accounts for research on the consequences of economic and organizational activity. So I think responsibility of a corporation is not only in dialogue with active stakeholders and with vocal stakeholders, but it is also an introspection, a corporate and organizational work of introspection and being open about the consequences of activity and therefore account also for those. Respect also those who do not have a press office. Okay? The second area of unknown stakeholdership is, again, the state of general society towards organizations. What do we mean by that? It's about a century now that scientists have put forth analysis of organizations that clearly show the limits of organizations. I'm thinking about scientists like Herbert Simon, who is a Nobel laureate, in his article and book, Administrative Behavior, speaks of satisficing, that is, organizations doing whatever is needed not to be attacked, whatever is needed to keep quiet, far from the maximizing model of classical economics, which is also implies satisfying the social value. I'm thinking of Professor Harvey Liebenstein's theories of ex-efficiency, and of Professor Niskanen, William Niskanen, theory of bureaucratic behavior, whereby organizations are shown in their very strong limits, and people working in large organizations are shown as not doing their full share of work for society. So I think corporate social responsibility is a chance that society has to bring those theories to bear and ask of organizations to respond to the evidence that in the decades has been accumulating about the insufficiency of organizations in their work. So that's what I call the unknown stakeholder. That's what I call the value of unknown stakeholder. So, for next time, look at the annual reports and citizenship reports and try to answer the questionnaire that is at the end of chapter 5 of the book. We have been grouping our values, our criticisms in so far. So we should now put our groupings vis-a-vis the framework that we are providing right now. We can criticize this framework. We can criticize this framework. We can add questions or modify the questions that are proposed by the questionnaires. But we are in the business now of translating opinion into data. So we have to make a next step. We have so far been writing about what we like and what we want. We have to put scores now. So we have to structure our questionnaire and put scores on this questionnaire. That is a key step that we want to do in order to clarify and understand the view we want to have of corporate social responsibility. Also, read chapter 6 in preparation for next class. This class summary is an important methodological step. We want to go from opinion to data. So far, we have been writing our opinion. When we tried to group our criticisms into categories, we were moving towards data. Okay? Now we have a category that is provided, that I propose to you, that is the unknown stakeholder, and we have a questionnaire that is various questions to assess how much that value is implemented by the reports and by behavior of our corporation. And now we have to move to data, that is, put scores so that we can say, we like this, we don't like this. That's a key step in transforming professional assessment into data. Thank you very much.